What impossible situation do you often fantasize about? Post-apocalyptic scenarios where I am somehow still alive, and what I would do. I'm making plans to be a local warlord. Cannibal warlord with child soldiers to be exact. They'll call me Butt Naked II in honor of the original General Butt Naked, now known as Joshua. Getting out from under my career, been in it for almost 30 and have 15 until I can draw, and opening my own ice cream shop. Tell me about this ice cream shop. That I wake up as a 16-year-old me with the knowledge of current me. This is mine, but I go way further back to like 5 and live out my life as a prodigy, buy Google and Apple stock, know which friends to have and which were a waste. Though I may regret being treated as a child, or maybe I could get away with murder because of it. Hard to say. Edit, first Reddit gold. Thanks stranger. I always imagine I bought Bitcoin in 2008. You need to spend like $50 to be an extremely rich millionaire. Packing a bag, getting into my car, and driving away to some random city or town and just starting over. This has always been a fantasy of mine. Having my life together and not simultaneously failing at everything. Out of the million sperm from your dad and million eggs from your mom, they just happen to make you at the exact right moment. Not to mention that happened for thousands of generations across random encounters of strangers. You're a success story just being alive. Later this evening, take a walk with a super icy bottle of water. It's not so bad, and whatever's bugging you is probably surmountable. Also, your great-great-grandpa is calling you a bee right now for whining on the internet. Being a Pokémon trainer. The very best? Like no one ever was. Having a limited ability to revert time. Can only go back 12 hours at a time, and once the ability is used you need to wait at least the amount of time you rewound before you can do it again. Basically, you can't chain leap backwards ad infinitum. You could essentially restart the same 12 hours over and over, but once you have let time progress more than 12 hours, that moment will be out of your reach forever. I think about how many times I would loop the same 12 hours before letting time progress, what I would use that extra time for, how I would perhaps slowly turn cold and distant from those around me, seeing them merely as automatons, doomed to repeat the same mannerisms over and over, before I let time naturally run its course again. There are things that can be progressed in these repeated hours and things that cannot. I could read part of a book, for example, and then continue where I left off when I rewind again, but I wouldn't be able to continue playing a game or travel overseas etc. because any progress I make towards goals that take longer than 12 hours get wiped the instant I rewind. I would be a lonely observer of a day's many possibilities and potential outcomes, only to settle for one that's good enough once the repetitiveness gets stale. Would I turn into a sociopath? Commit heinous acts because I can just rewind anyway? I'm honestly not sure. I'd like to think not, but it seems like a very possible outcome. Okay, maybe I can get a bit carried away sometimes. Not having to work but still having an income to take care of everything. That's the dream. Pooping in my dreams and not pooping the bed in real life. Edit, laughing my ass off, thanks for the silver so you're a sleep deucer, too, huh? Yep. Me? Oh, well I've been splat in sheets since I was out of diapers. You see, I have very startling dreams, and my bowels always have a hot log on deck ready to flume. I've loafed beds all over the country and I don't think I'm gonna stop anytime soon. My dreams have really catered to my pillow plopping, too. Every night, I'll start having a nice, cool, sweet ass dream where maybe I'm running super fast. Like I'm talking each stride covers like 50 feet and I'm knocking ladies out of the way as I glide through the city, and when I jump, I'm hopping over building effortlessly and zooming from city to city, and my hair is long and loose and wild and free. Free as a bird now. I'm flying. I'm flying and gliding and the sun is kissing my face and there's no greater feeling in the world. Then boing. A hot goose honks right in my face and startles me. I dump the bed out of shock. It's not entirely unpleasant, of course, as you know. When you lay a real squisher, that warm squirt kinda feels comfortable. In fact, a steaming fudger comforts me into some sort of super sleep where my dreams kick it up a notch. I'm talking I got celebrity cameos with talking lines. And the production value in set pieces? Mwah. Love it. That brown, sometimes very yellow, money buys the finest of dreams. So, I'd say I'm pretty lucky to Hershey squirt myself every night. But, yeah, we gotta talk about the dookie elephant in the room. So, here's the question. Do you clean that butt mud up after a warm dream? For me, no. No, not at all. Of course not. I'm just gonna be night deucing the next day. Why bother cleaning up a good thing? Look, I'm not eating 2 jars of Newman's Own spaghetti sauce with a cream corn chaser to just clean up that chocolate eruption the next day. I cherish each splat, squirt, and squish. Even when I'm rocket out a solid rod clean across the room, I don't clean it up, because my dreams are all the better for it. Being able to eat all the food without becoming morbidly obese and dying. I'm on my 3rd imaginary pulled pork right now. Holographic meatloaf? My favorite. Fun fact, plankton eat sunlight. That's right kids, SpongeBob is educational. Sponsored by photosynthesis. Taste the sun. Dying and having your mind be merged with someone else's so a part of you lives within them. They will know everything about you and never make the same mistakes you made, and at the same time, you will be seeing through someone else's eyes. I love the idea of it. Sounds like reincarnation with past life memories. Which is to say, lots of people share the same fantasy as you. You're not alone. But you will not be making any decisions for that person. You just observe. It's like reincarnation for lazy people. Having superpowers. But like Avatar. It would suck if I had a pointless superpower. You are relegated to shower water bending like the rest of us. Taking a vacation back in time to the 1980s. I just think it would be so fun to experience the furniture, shopping malls, arcades. Silly stuff, I guess, but I think it would be a hoot. I get this 100%. Sometimes I wish I was a teenager in 1984. Not sure why that year specifically, but seems like mid-80s is the sweet spot. I'd have a girlfriend and go on dates at the mall, hang out at arcades and then ride my bike home. Been there. Everyone smokes cigarettes, girls have crispy hair, the radio station plays the same 4 Phil Collins songs every goddamn hour. Old people born in the 1890s are on the road. Cars have vacuum hoses everywhere under the hood and are generally crap. Mean people are still mean. Rednecks were exactly the same. Baby boomers are in their BMW and polka dot tie phase, and you, the Gen Xer, are the crappy millennials of the moment. Pot was a lot harder to get, so was porn. On the other hand, MTV was in its prime, oldies stations playing 1950s music were still around. You could get a job based on knowing a couple dozen DOS commands. David Letterman was on every night and looked like a teenager. College radio was the alternative rock, and liking The Cure instantly made you one of the cool kids. Fun times actually. Plus tabletop D&D in its early days, experiencing video games at home for the first time, dial-up internet coming soon, no annoying people talking on cell phones, excitement at getting real mail. Being able to send my consciousness back to myself in the past, with everything I know now. I'd do so many things differently, avoiding the mistakes, having the experiences I never had, etc. That's exactly what I was coming to post too. So many things I would change. Being loved and cared for by someone who has genuine feelings for me. Don't we all? I'm in this post and I don't like it. That my cancer was a misdiagnosis and I'll get to grow old. I hate to hear that, man. You know, we all go through a lot in life, and I don't know if you're religious or anything, and I know it's a cliche, but I'll be praying for you. Try and keep your head up. A lot of cancer is very treatable at this point, and I've had family members go through it. Best of luck to you. Feeling totally secure about who I am as a person, and not giving any hecks about what other people think. Just remember, everyone hates something about themselves. And if they don't, everyone else hates them because they are a narcissist. Shut up, I'm perfect. Immortality and being my video game characters. I'm not even a child anymore. You are, we all are. The world is divided into kids and those who are good at pretending they're not kids anymore.